Good afternoon, D&D TikTok and barbecue TikTok and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Barbecue. Let's get it done. As always, this series is inspired by the popular Roll for Sandwich series by AdventuresinAardia. We have an overwhelming support for this dice tower. We're going to find a way to work it into the series so it's not going anywhere. Now that we got that out of the way, it's time to roll for meat. 3, pork. Okay, let's see what type of pork we're going to be rolling today. 4, we got pork chops. Pork chops are a pretty lean cut of meat. We're going to try to get these as juicy as possible. And now it's time to roll for binder. 5, beef tallow. Not a bad choice. We have that beef tallow that we rendered down from our Wagyu brisket that we had a couple weeks ago. We're going to melt that down until it's hot enough to melt, but cool enough to put onto a pork chop without cooking it. And now it's time to roll for rubs. 7, we got a daily double for Daleys BBQ. That's a first. Now it's time to go ahead and roll for Daleys. Beef brisket and all-purpose rub. This actually works pretty nicely. That beef brisket seasoning is going to work really nicely with that Wagyu tallow, adding that salt, pepper, garlic profile that's so prominent in brisket. Then we're hitting it with an all-purpose rub to give it that nice color. Of course, you guys know the drill after 50 episodes. Season, flip, season, and let it rest for 30 minutes. Now it's time to roll for char griller. 4, the Autocamato grill. Now let's see what type of wood we're going to be using today. 4, hickory wood. Not a bad choice for pork. We're starting this off with a few Great Lakes charcoal briquettes and then adding our hickory wood on top. We're not smoking these pork chops as much as we're just trying to get a good sear on these. Now that we have those pork chops down, it's time to roll for wild magic. 10, lemon squeeze. I mean, I'm not typically a fan of citrus on my pork unless it's going onto a taco, but I think this could work. Of course, the sear doesn't look as good because I placed it directly on the logo. Now we're going to hit it over some open flame. Fire. Now you can squeeze your lemons by hand, but I don't want to get seeds on my pork chops. I'm only going to use half of a lemon on this one. Alright, you guys click those tongs. It's time for the D20 sauce roll. 9, garlic parm. Alright, I'm not mad at this choice. Today we're going to be using some garlic parmesan sauce from Fieri. All we did was drizzle it onto the pork chop, brush it on, and we're going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. We've hit 145 degrees internal, and we're going to go ahead and rest this for 10 minutes, and then slice into it. And I tell you what, it's pretty juicy. But how does it taste? Let's check it out. Good Lord, is there a lot of flavors in this. I'm getting hit with flavors of beef, pork, citrus, garlic, parmesan.
Settle down!
Sorry. It's weird because the flavors are not clashing with each other, and they're not working together at all. It's at this weird happy medium where they're taking turns on what flavors you're trying. It's bizarre, but it's delicious. Despite the flavors working together and not working together at the same time, we're going to go ahead and give this one an 8.7 out of 10, and we're going to call this one the fork chops for all the 4s we rolled today. And just like that, that's episode 51. Be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and as always, we'll see you at the next barbecue.